The Art of Uncertainty. Navigating the Unknown with Confidence and Resilience. Chapter 1. The Nature of Uncertainty. Uncertainty is an inescapable part of the human experience. From the smallest daily decisions to life's biggest turning points, we constantly navigate a world filled with unknowns. While the desire for certainty is a natural human tendency, it's crucial to understand the true nature of uncertainty and how it impacts us. This chapter will explore what uncertainty is, how we react to it, and debunk some common myths surrounding control and predictability. Defining uncertainty. Uncertainty isn't a monolithic concept. It manifests in various forms, each with its own characteristics. Ambiguity. This refers to situations where information is vague, incomplete, or contradictory, making it difficult to understand the present situation or predict future outcomes. Think of trying to decipher a cryptic message or navigating a completely unfamiliar culture. Risk. Risk involves situations where the possible outcomes are known, and their probabilities can be estimated, even if not with absolute precision. For example, investing in the stock market carries the risk of loss, but historical data and market analysis can provide some insight into the likelihood of different outcomes. Volatility. This describes rapid and unpredictable fluctuations in conditions or circumstances. The financial markets are a prime example of volatility, with prices constantly shifting in response to various factors. Complexity. This arises from systems with many interacting parts, where even small changes can have cascading and unpredictable effects. Weather systems, economies, and human societies are all examples of complex systems. It's important to recognize that these forms of uncertainty often overlap. A situation might be both ambiguous and volatile, for instance, making it particularly challenging to navigate. Psychological and emotional responses to uncertainty. Uncertainty can trigger a range of psychological and emotional responses, often rooted in our innate desire for safety and predictability. Some common reactions include fear and anxiety. The unknown can be frightening. Uncertainty can trigger feelings of fear about potential negative outcomes and anxiety about our ability to cope. Avoidance. To reduce the discomfort of uncertainty, we may try to avoid situations or decisions that involve it. This can lead to missed opportunities and a restricted life. Stress. Persistent uncertainty can lead to chronic stress, which can have detrimental effects on both physical and mental health. Denial. Sometimes, we may try to deny the existence of uncertainty, clinging to the illusion of control even when it's not realistic. These reactions are natural, but understanding them is the first step towards managing them effectively. Debunking myths about certainty and control. Many of us operate under certain misconceptions about certainty and control, which can exacerbate our struggles with uncertainty. Myth. Planning eliminates all risk. While planning is important, it cannot eliminate all uncertainty. Unexpected events can and do happen, regardless of how meticulously we plan. Myth. We should always strive for complete control. Trying to control every aspect of our lives is not only impossible, but also exhausting and ultimately counterproductive. Myth. Uncertainty is always negative. While uncertainty can be uncomfortable, it also creates opportunities for growth, innovation, and positive change. By challenging these myths, we can begin to adopt a more realistic and accepting view of uncertainty. Recognizing that uncertainty is a natural and unavoidable part of life allows us to shift our focus from seeking absolute control to developing the skills and mindset needed to navigate the unknown with confidence and resilience. This sets the stage for exploring how to build adaptability, master decision-making in uncertain times, and cultivate a mindful approach to living with the unknown, which will be the focus of the following chapters. Chapter 2. The Illusion of Control. Human beings are wired to seek control. From our earliest days, we learn to manipulate our environment to meet our needs, crying for attention, reaching for toys, learning to walk. This inherent drive for control has served us well, enabling us to build civilizations, develop technologies, and overcome countless challenges. However, this desire for control can become problematic when we fail to recognize its limitations. This chapter explores the human desire for control, examines where our control truly lies, and emphasizes the importance of accepting the inherent uncertainty of life. The human desire for control. The desire for control is deeply rooted in our psychology. There are several reasons why we crave it. Survival instinct. From an evolutionary perspective, control equates to survival. Our ancestors needed to control their environment, finding food, building shelter, avoiding predators, to stay alive. This ingrained instinct persists in modern humans. Sense of security. Control provides a sense of security and predictability. When we feel in control, we feel safer and more confident in our ability to navigate the world. Reducing anxiety. Uncertainty breeds anxiety. By seeking control, we attempt to minimize the unknown and alleviate the discomfort it causes. Boosting self-esteem. Achieving a sense of control over our lives can boost our self-esteem and sense of self-efficacy. While the desire for control is understandable, it's essential to recognize that it's often an illusion. We have far less control than we often believe. Genuine control versus perceived control. A crucial distinction to make is between genuine control and perceived control. Genuine control. This refers to the aspects of our lives that we can directly influence. These include our actions and behaviors. We choose how we act and react in various situations. Our thoughts and beliefs. We can choose what we focus on and how we interpret events. Our efforts and preparation. We can control how much effort we put into something and how well we prepare for it. Our reactions and responses. While we can't control external events, we can control how we respond to them. Perceived control. This refers to the belief that we have control over things that are actually beyond our influence. Examples include other people's thoughts, feelings, and actions. We cannot force others to think or act in a certain way. External events and circumstances. We cannot control the weather, natural disasters, or the global economy. The past. We cannot change what has already happened. Confusing perceived control with genuine control can lead to frustration, disappointment, and a heightened sense of anxiety. Trying to control the uncontrollable is a recipe for stress and unhappiness. Accepting uncertainty and embracing flexibility. The key to navigating the illusion of control lies in accepting the inherent uncertainty of life. This doesn't mean giving up on all efforts to influence our lives, but rather focusing our energy on the areas where we have genuine control. Embracing a more flexible mindset is crucial. This involves letting go of the need for absolute certainty, recognizing that some things are simply beyond our control, and learning to be comfortable with that. Adapting to changing circumstances, being able to adjust our plans and expectations when faced with unexpected events. Focusing on what we can control, shifting our attention from what we can't control to what we can, our actions, thoughts, and responses. Developing acceptance, learning to accept the things we cannot change, which frees us to focus on what we can. By accepting the inherent uncertainty of life and embracing flexibility, we can free ourselves from the constant struggle for control and cultivate a greater sense of peace and resilience. This acceptance allows us to open ourselves to the benefits of uncertainty, which will be explored in the next chapter. Chapter 3. The benefits of embracing uncertainty. While uncertainty can often feel uncomfortable, it's crucial to recognize that it's not inherently negative. In fact, embracing uncertainty can unlock a wealth of positive outcomes, fostering growth, learning, innovation, and a richer, more fulfilling life. This chapter explores the surprising benefits that arise when we shift our perspective on uncertainty and learn to welcome the unknown. Growth and learning. Uncertainty is a powerful catalyst for personal growth. When we step outside our comfort zones and face uncertain situations, we are forced to adapt, learn new skills, and develop resilience. Stepping outside the comfort zone. Comfort zones, while comforting, can also become stagnant. Uncertainty pushes us beyond these boundaries, forcing us to confront new challenges and expand our horizons. Developing new skills. Uncertain situations often require us to acquire new knowledge and skills to navigate them effectively. This continuous learning process keeps us engaged, adaptable, and intellectually stimulated. Building resilience. Overcoming challenges in uncertain environments builds resilience, the ability to bounce back from adversity. Each time we successfully navigate an uncertain situation, we strengthen our capacity to handle future challenges. Innovation and creativity. Uncertainty is also a breeding ground for innovation and creativity. When we don't know the answers, we are forced to think differently, explore new possibilities, and develop innovative solutions. Thinking outside the box. Certainty can lead to complacency and a reliance on familiar approaches. Uncertainty disrupts this pattern, forcing us to consider alternative perspectives and explore unconventional ideas. Embracing experimentation. In uncertain environments, experimentation becomes essential. We must try new things, test different approaches, and learn from the results, even if they are not always what we expect. Discovering new opportunities. Uncertainty can open doors to unexpected opportunities that we might never have considered in a more predictable environment. A richer, more fulfilling life. Embracing uncertainty can lead to a more vibrant and meaningful life. Increased curiosity. When we accept uncertainty, we become more curious about the world around us. We are more open to exploring new ideas, experiences, and perspectives. Enhanced openness to new experiences. By letting go of the need for control, we become more willing to try new things and embrace new experiences, leading to a richer and more diverse life. Greater appreciation for the present moment. When we are constantly trying to control the future, we can miss out on the present moment. Embracing uncertainty allows us to focus on the here and now, appreciating the richness and complexity of each experience. Increased gratitude. When we acknowledge the uncertainty of life, we often develop a greater sense of gratitude for the good things we have. We appreciate the present moment and the opportunities we have been given. Examples of embracing uncertainty, leading to positive outcomes. Scientific discoveries. Many scientific breakthroughs have resulted from embracing uncertainty and pursuing unexpected results. Serendipitous discoveries, like penicillin, highlight the value of open-minded exploration. Business innovation. Companies that embrace uncertainty and encourage experimentation are often more successful in the long run. They are better equipped to adapt to changing market conditions and develop innovative products and services. Personal growth. Individuals who embrace uncertainty in their personal lives often experience significant personal growth. They are more likely to take risks, pursue their passions, and live fulfilling lives. Embracing uncertainty is not about recklessly throwing caution to the wind. It's about developing a mindset that allows us to navigate the unknown with confidence, resilience, and a sense of curiosity. By recognizing the potential benefits of uncertainty, we can transform it from a source of anxiety into a powerful catalyst for growth, innovation, and a more fulfilling life. The following chapters will explore practical strategies for building adaptability, mastering decision-making in uncertain times, and cultivating a mindful approach to living with the unknown. Chapter 4. Cultivating a growth mindset. A crucial foundation for navigating uncertainty is cultivating a growth mindset. This mindset, popularized by Carol Dweck, is the belief that our abilities and intelligence are not fixed traits, but can be developed through dedication and hard work. This chapter will explore the difference between fixed and growth mindsets, explain how to develop a growth mindset, and demonstrate how this perspective empowers us to embrace challenges and setbacks as opportunities for growth. Fixed versus growth mindset. The core difference between these two mindsets lies in how we view our abilities. Fixed mindset. Individuals with a fixed mindset believe that their intelligence, talents, and abilities are static. They believe they are either good at something or they are not, and that this cannot be changed. This leads to avoiding challenges for fear of failure, which would expose their perceived limitations. Giving up easily when faced with obstacles, interpreting them as evidence of their lack of ability. Seeing effort as fruitless, believing that if you're truly talented, you shouldn't have to work hard. Feeling threatened by the success of others, seeing it as a reflection of their own inadequacy. Growth mindset. Individuals with a growth mindset believe that their abilities can be developed through effort, learning, and perseverance. They see challenges as opportunities to grow and learn, and they embrace setbacks as valuable learning experiences. This leads to embracing challenges as opportunities for growth and development, persisting through obstacles, seeing them as opportunities to learn and improve. Viewing effort as the path to mastery, understanding that hard work is essential for developing abilities. Finding inspiration in the success of others, seeing it as evidence that growth is possible. Developing a growth mindset. Shifting from a fixed to a growth mindset is a process that requires conscious effort and practice. Here are some strategies. Recognize and challenge fixed mindset thoughts. Pay attention to your inner dialogue. When you encounter a challenge, do you think things like, "I'm just not good at this," or "I'll never be able to do this"? These are signs of a fixed mindset. Challenge these thoughts by reminding yourself that your abilities are not fixed. Embrace challenges. Instead of avoiding challenges, actively seek them out. View them as opportunities to learn and grow. When faced with a difficult task, reframe it as a chance to develop new skills. View effort as the path to mastery. Understand that effort is not a sign of weakness, but rather an essential ingredient for growth. Embrace the process of learning and improving, even if it requires hard work and dedication. Learn from setbacks. When you encounter setbacks, don't see them as failures but as learning opportunities. Analyze what went wrong, identify areas for improvement, and use the experience to grow stronger. Focus on the process, not just the outcome. Instead of solely focusing on achieving a specific outcome, focus on the process of learning and improving. Celebrate small victories and acknowledge the progress you've made along the way. Seek feedback and learn from criticism. Be open to feedback from others, even if it's critical. Use it as an opportunity to identify blind spots and improve your performance. Be inspired by others' success. Instead of feeling threatened by the success of others, see it as inspiration. Recognize that their achievements are a testament to the power of hard work and dedication, and that you too can achieve great things with effort and perseverance. The growth mindset and uncertainty. A growth mindset is particularly valuable in navigating uncertainty. When we believe in our ability to learn and adapt, we are less likely to be overwhelmed by the unknown. We see uncertainty as an opportunity to develop new skills, explore new possibilities, and grow as individuals. By cultivating a growth mindset, we empower ourselves to embrace challenges, persist through setbacks, and view uncertainty not as a threat but as a catalyst for growth and development. This foundation sets the stage for the next chapter, which will delve into the concept of cognitive flexibility and provide practical techniques for enhancing our mental agility. Chapter 5. Enhancing cognitive flexibility. Cognitive flexibility, the ability to shift our thinking and adapt to new information or changing circumstances, is a crucial skill for navigating uncertainty. In a world that is constantly evolving, the ability to think flexibly, consider different perspectives, and adapt our strategies is essential for success and well-being. This chapter will explore techniques for enhancing cognitive flexibility, challenging limiting assumptions and biases, and practicing creative problem-solving. Understanding cognitive flexibility. Cognitive flexibility encompasses several key abilities. Shifting attention, the capacity to switch focus between different tasks, ideas, or stimuli. Adapting to change, the ability to adjust our thoughts and behaviors in response to new information or changing circumstances. Thinking from different perspectives, the capacity to understand and consider viewpoints different from our own. Overcoming mental blocks, the ability to break free from rigid thinking patterns and find creative solutions to problems. Techniques for improving cognitive flexibility. Several practical techniques can help enhance cognitive flexibility. Perspective taking. Actively try to see situations from different perspectives. Imagine how someone else might view a situation, considering their background, experiences, and beliefs. This can help you understand different viewpoints and avoid getting stuck in your own perspective. Reframing. Reframe negative or challenging situations in a more positive or neutral light. Instead of seeing a setback as a failure, view it as a learning opportunity. This can help you manage negative emotions and find new solutions. Cognitive restructuring. Identify and challenge negative or distorted thinking patterns, such as catastrophizing, overgeneralization, or black and white thinking. Replace these unhelpful thoughts with more realistic and balanced ones. Brain training exercises. Engage in activities that challenge your brain and require you to think in new ways, such as puzzles, brain teasers, and strategy games. Learning new skills. Learning a new language, instrument, or skill can significantly improve cognitive flexibility by requiring you to adapt to new rules, concepts, and ways of thinking. Mindfulness practices. Mindfulness can enhance awareness of your thoughts and feelings, making it easier to identify rigid thinking patterns and shift your focus. Challenging assumptions and biases. Our assumptions and biases can significantly limit our adaptability. It's crucial to identify and challenge them. Confirmation bias. The tendency to seek out information that confirms our existing beliefs and ignore information that contradicts them. Actively seek out diverse perspectives, and be open to challenging your own beliefs. Anchoring bias. The tendency to rely too heavily on the first piece of information we receive, the anchor, when making decisions. Be aware of this bias and consider multiple sources of information. Availability heuristic. The tendency to overestimate the likelihood of events that are easily recalled, such as those that are recent or emotionally charged. Consider statistical data and objective evidence, rather than relying solely on easily recalled examples. By becoming aware of these biases and actively challenging them, we can make more objective and adaptable decisions. Practicing creative problem solving. Creative problem solving is an essential component of cognitive flexibility. Here are some techniques. Brainstorming. Generate a large number of ideas without judgment. Encourage wild and unconventional ideas, as they can often lead to innovative solutions. Lateral thinking. Approach problems from unconventional angles, challenging assumptions and exploring alternative possibilities. Mind mapping. Visually represent ideas and their connections to explore different aspects of a problem and generate new insights. By practicing these techniques, we can enhance our ability to find creative solutions to complex problems, especially in uncertain environments. Enhancing cognitive flexibility is a continuous process. By actively practicing these techniques, challenging our biases, and embracing creative problem solving, we can significantly improve our ability to adapt to change, navigate uncertainty, and thrive in a dynamic world. This adaptability, combined with the emotional resilience discussed in the next chapter, creates a powerful toolkit for facing life's unknowns. Chapter 6. Developing emotional resilience. While cognitive flexibility allows us to adapt our thinking, emotional resilience equips us to manage the emotional turbulence that often accompanies uncertainty. Emotional resilience is the ability to bounce back from adversity, manage stress and difficult emotions, and maintain a sense of well-being even in challenging circumstances. This chapter will explore how to build self-awareness, develop emotional regulation skills, manage stress and anxiety in uncertain situations, and cultivate self-compassion and acceptance. Building self-awareness. The foundation of emotional resilience is self-awareness, the ability to recognize and understand your own emotions, thoughts, and behaviors. This involves identifying your emotions. Pay attention to your physical sensations, thoughts, and behaviors to identify the emotions you are experiencing. Use an emotional vocabulary to label your feelings accurately, e.g., instead of just saying bad, try to distinguish between sadness, anger, frustration, or disappointment. Recognizing your triggers. Identify the situations, people, or thoughts that tend to trigger specific emotional responses. This can help you anticipate and manage these responses more effectively. Understanding your patterns. Observe your emotional patterns over time. Do you tend to react in certain ways to specific types of situations? Recognizing these patterns can help you break unhelpful cycles. Journaling. Writing down your thoughts and feelings can be a powerful tool for self-reflection and gaining deeper insights into your emotional landscape. Developing emotional regulation skills. Once you have a better understanding of your emotions, you can begin to develop skills to regulate them effectively. This doesn't mean suppressing or ignoring your emotions, but rather managing them in a healthy and constructive way. Mindfulness practices. Mindfulness techniques, such as deep breathing, body scans, and mindful meditation, can help you become more aware of your emotions in the present moment without judgment. Cognitive techniques. Techniques like cognitive restructuring can help you challenge negative or distorted thoughts that contribute to emotional distress. Problem-solving skills. Developing effective problem-solving skills can help you address the root causes of your stress and anxiety. Healthy lifestyle habits, regular exercise, a balanced diet and sufficient sleep are essential for emotional well-being and can significantly enhance your ability to manage stress. Managing stress and anxiety in uncertain situations. Uncertainty is a common trigger for stress and anxiety. Here are some strategies for managing these emotions in uncertain times. Focus on what you can control. As discussed in chapter, focus your energy on the aspects of the situation that you can influence, such as your actions, thoughts, and reactions. Practice relaxation techniques. Techniques like deep breathing, progressive muscle relaxation, and visualization can help calm your mind and body during stressful moments. Seek social support. Connect with supportive friends, family members, or professionals. Talking about your concerns can provide valuable emotional support and perspective. Limit exposure to stress triggers. If possible, limit your exposure to sources of stress and anxiety, such as excessive news consumption or negative social media content. Engage in enjoyable activities. Make time for activities that you find enjoyable and relaxing. This can help you reduce stress and boost your mood. Cultivating self-compassion and acceptance. A crucial aspect of emotional resilience is cultivating self-compassion and acceptance. This involves treating yourself with kindness. Speak to yourself with the same kindness and understanding that you would offer a good friend. Recognizing your shared humanity. Remember that everyone experiences challenges and setbacks. You are not alone in your struggles. Accepting your imperfections. Accept that you are not perfect and that making mistakes is a part of being human. Practicing self-forgiveness. Forgive yourself for past mistakes and move forward with a sense of self-acceptance. By developing self-awareness, practicing emotional regulation skills, managing stress and anxiety effectively, and cultivating self-compassion and acceptance, you can build a strong foundation of emotional resilience. This resilience will empower you to navigate the ups and downs of life, especially during times of uncertainty, with greater confidence and well-being. This emotional strength will be invaluable as we move into the next section and discuss mastering decision-making in uncertain environments. Chapter 7. Making decisions with incomplete information. In an uncertain world, we rarely have access to all the information we need to make perfect decisions. Often, we must act with incomplete or ambiguous data. This chapter explores strategies for making effective decisions in such situations, including gathering and evaluating information, using intuition as a guide, and balancing analysis with action to avoid paralysis by analysis. Strategies for gathering and evaluating information. When facing a decision with limited information, it's crucial to gather as much relevant data as possible, while recognizing that complete information may be unattainable. Here are some strategies. Identify key questions. Start by defining the core questions that need to be answered to make an informed decision. This helps focus your information gathering efforts. Explore multiple sources. Seek information from a variety of reliable sources, including experts, research studies, and trusted individuals. Be wary of relying on single sources, especially if they are biased or lack credibility. Assess the quality of information. Evaluate the credibility and relevance of the information you gather. Consider the source's expertise, potential biases, and the methodology used to collect the data. Prioritize information. Focus on the most relevant and reliable information that directly addresses your key questions. Avoid getting bogged down in irrelevant details. Scenario planning. Consider different possible scenarios and their potential outcomes. This can help you anticipate potential challenges and develop contingency plans. Risk assessment. Evaluate the potential risks and rewards associated with different options. Consider the likelihood of different outcomes and their potential impact. Using intuition and gut feelings. While gathering and evaluating information is essential, intuition and gut feelings can also play a valuable role in decision-making, especially in ambiguous situations. Recognizing intuition. Intuition is often described as a gut feeling, or a sense of knowing something without conscious reasoning. It can manifest as a physical sensation, an emotional response, or a sudden insight. When to trust intuition. Intuition can be particularly helpful when dealing with complex situations, time constraints, or limited information. It can also be valuable in situations involving interpersonal dynamics or creative problem solving. Balancing intuition with analysis. Intuition should not replace careful analysis, but rather complement it. Use your intuition as a starting point for exploring different options, and then use logic and reasoning to evaluate those options more thoroughly. Developing intuition. Paying attention to your inner voice, reflecting on past experiences, and practicing mindfulness can help you develop and refine your intuition. Balancing analysis with action. A common pitfall in decision-making is paralysis by analysis, where excessive analysis and information gathering lead to inaction. It's crucial to balance analysis with action. Set time limits. Establish deadlines for information gathering and decision-making to prevent analysis from dragging on indefinitely. Accept imperfection. Recognize that you will never have complete information, and that making a perfect decision is often impossible. Focus on making a good enough decision, based on the available information. Embrace action. Once you have gathered sufficient information and considered your options, take action. Delaying decisions can often lead to missed opportunities, or even worse outcomes. Learn from experience. Reflect on the outcomes of your decisions, both good and bad. This will help you refine your decision-making process and improve your ability to make effective decisions in future uncertain situations. Making decisions with incomplete information is a skill that can be developed and refined over time. By using effective information gathering strategies, trusting your intuition, and balancing analysis with action, you can navigate uncertain situations with greater confidence and make effective choices even when faced with limited data. The next chapter will address the importance of embracing imperfect decisions and learning from mistakes. Chapter 8. Embracing imperfect decisions. A common source of stress and anxiety, especially in uncertain times, is the pressure to make the perfect decision. This pursuit of perfection can lead to procrastination, analysis paralysis, and ultimately, greater dissatisfaction. This chapter explores the importance of embracing imperfect decisions, accepting that mistakes are a natural part of the learning process, developing a framework for evaluating decisions and learning from outcomes, and practicing self-forgiveness to move forward with confidence. Accepting imperfection. The first step to embracing imperfect decisions is to acknowledge that perfection is an illusion. In a complex and uncertain world, it's virtually impossible to predict all possible outcomes and make choices that will always lead to the best possible results. Accepting this reality can free us from the pressure of making flawless decisions and allow us to focus on making good decisions with the information available. The myth of the perfect decision. The idea that there is one right answer to every problem is often a myth. Many decisions involve trade-offs and competing priorities, and the best choice may depend on various factors that are difficult to predict. Satisficing versus maximizing. Maximizers strive to make the absolute best choice by considering all possible options. This can lead to anxiety and regret. Satisficers, on the other hand, aim for a good enough choice that meets their needs and criteria. This approach can lead to greater satisfaction and less stress. Developing a framework for evaluating decisions. While perfect decisions are unattainable, we can develop a framework for evaluating our decisions and learning from the outcomes. Define clear objectives. Before making a decision, clearly define your goals and priorities. What are you hoping to achieve? What are your non-negotiables? Consider the trade-offs. Every decision involves trade-offs. Be aware of the potential costs and benefits of each option, and consider which trade-offs you are willing to make. Evaluate the decision process. Don't just focus on the outcome of the decision. Evaluate the process you used to make the decision. Did you gather sufficient information? Did you consider different perspectives? This can help you identify areas for improvement in your decision-making process. Learn from outcomes. Both positive and negative reflect on the results of your decisions, both positive and negative. What worked well? What could have been done differently? This feedback loop is essential for continuous improvement. Learning from mistakes. Mistakes are an inevitable part of the learning process. Instead of viewing them as failures, see them as valuable opportunities for growth and development. Reframe mistakes as learning opportunities. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this experience? This reframes mistakes from negative events to valuable learning opportunities. Analyze what went wrong. Take the time to analyze what led to the mistake. What factors contributed to the outcome? What could you have done differently? Extract lessons and apply them to future decisions. Identify specific lessons learned from the mistake and apply them to future decisions to avoid repeating the same errors. Practicing self-forgiveness. A crucial aspect of embracing imperfect decisions is practicing self-forgiveness. Holding on to regret and self-criticism can hinder our ability to learn from mistakes and move forward. Acknowledge your humanity. Remind yourself that everyone makes mistakes. It's a part of being human. Practice self-compassion. Treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding that you would offer a friend who made a mistake. Focus on the present and future. Instead of dwelling on the past, focus on what you can do in the present to learn from the experience and make better decisions in the future. By accepting imperfection, developing a framework for evaluating decisions, learning from mistakes, and practicing self-forgiveness, we can free ourselves from the pressure of making perfect choices and navigate uncertainty with greater confidence and resilience. This sets the stage for the next chapter, which will explore how to adapt our decisions as circumstances change. Chapter 9. Adapting decisions as circumstances change. Life is rarely static. Circumstances change, new information emerges, and unforeseen events occur. Therefore, the ability to adapt our decisions as circumstances change is essential for navigating uncertainty effectively. This chapter explores the importance of monitoring the environment, developing contingency plans, and embracing flexibility when adapting to new information and changing circumstances. Monitoring the environment. Staying informed about the context surrounding our decisions is crucial for adapting them effectively. This involves regularly reviewing the situation. Don't make a decision and then forget about it. Regularly review the situation to see if any new information has emerged or if circumstances have changed. Seeking feedback. Actively solicit feedback from others who are involved or affected by your decisions. Their insights can provide valuable perspectives and identify potential blind spots. Staying open to new information. Be open to receiving new information, even if it contradicts your initial assumptions or plans. Avoid confirmation bias, the tendency to only seek information that confirms your existing beliefs. Recognizing early warning signs. Pay attention to subtle changes or emerging trends that could signal a need to adapt your decisions. This requires vigilance and a willingness to look beyond the obvious. Developing contingency plans. Contingency plans are alternative strategies that you can implement if your initial plans are disrupted by unforeseen events. Developing these plans beforehand can significantly reduce stress and improve your ability to adapt. Identify potential risks and challenges. Consider what could go wrong or what unexpected events could impact your decisions. Develop alternative scenarios. Create different scenarios based on potential risks and challenges. This helps you think through different possibilities and prepare appropriate responses. Outline actionable steps for each scenario. For each scenario, outline the specific steps you would take to adapt your decisions and implement your contingency plan. Prioritize contingency plans. Focus on the most likely or impactful risks and develop detailed contingency plans for those scenarios. Embracing flexibility and adapting to new information. Flexibility is the key to successfully adapting decisions as circumstances change. This involves letting go of attachment to initial plans. Be willing to let go of your original plans if they are no longer effective or relevant. Avoid becoming overly attached to a specific course of action. Embracing change as a natural part of the process. Recognize that change is inevitable, and that adapting your decisions is a normal and necessary part of navigating uncertainty. Communicating changes effectively. If you need to change your decisions, communicate these changes clearly and promptly to everyone involved. This helps avoid confusion and ensures everyone is on the same page. Learning from the adaptation process. Reflect on the process of adapting your decisions. What worked well? What could have been improved? This will help you refine your ability to adapt in future situations. Examples of adapting decisions. Business. A company launches a new product, but initial sales are lower than expected. They adapt their marketing strategy based on customer feedback and market analysis. Personal life. You plan a vacation, but your flight is canceled due to bad weather. You adapt by finding an alternative flight or adjusting your travel plans. Project management. A project falls behind schedule due to unforeseen delays. The project manager adapts by adjusting the timeline, reallocating resources, or modifying the project scope. Adapting decisions is not a sign of weakness or failure. It's a sign of strength, resilience, and adaptability. By monitoring the environment, developing contingency plans, and embracing flexibility, you can navigate the ever-changing landscape of life with greater confidence and make effective choices even in the face of uncertainty. This adaptable approach to decision-making is a core component of thriving in an uncertain world and sets the stage for the final section of this book, which will explore the role of mindfulness in managing uncertainty. Chapter 10. The Power of Presence. In our constant striving to predict and control the future, we often lose sight of the present moment. This constant focus on what might happen can fuel anxiety and make it difficult to navigate uncertainty effectively. Mindfulness, the practice of intentionally focusing on the present moment without judgment, offers a powerful antidote to this tendency. This chapter introduces mindfulness as a valuable tool for managing uncertainty, explores practical mindfulness techniques, and explains how cultivating presence can reduce stress and anxiety. Introducing mindfulness for managing uncertainty. Mindfulness involves paying attention to our experiences, thoughts, feelings, sensations, and surroundings as they unfold in the present moment. It's about observing without judgment, allowing us to experience things as they are, rather than getting caught up in worries about the future or regrets about the past. Here's how mindfulness helps in dealing with uncertainty. Reduces overthinking. By anchoring us in the present, mindfulness helps quiet the mental chatter and reduce rumination about potential future scenarios. Enhances emotional regulation. Mindfulness practices cultivate awareness of our emotions, allowing us to observe them without getting carried away by them. This increased awareness enables us to manage emotional responses to uncertainty more effectively. Increases acceptance. Mindfulness encourages acceptance of the present moment, including its inherent uncertainty. This acceptance reduces resistance to what is and allows us to navigate challenges with greater ease. Improves focus and clarity. By training our attention, mindfulness can improve our ability to focus on the task at hand, even in the midst of uncertainty. Practicing mindfulness techniques. There are numerous mindfulness techniques that can be practiced regularly. Here are a few to get started. Breath awareness. Focus your attention on the sensation of your breath as it enters and leaves your body. Notice the rise and fall of your chest or abdomen. When your mind wanders, gently redirect your attention back to your breath. This simple practice can be done anywhere, anytime. Body scan meditation. Bring your awareness to different parts of your body, noticing any sensations without judgment. Start with your toes and gradually move your attention up through your body to the top of your head. This practice can help you become more aware of physical sensations associated with stress and anxiety. Mindful walking. Pay attention to the sensations of your feet, making contact with the ground as you walk. Notice the movement of your body, the sights and sounds around you. This practice can bring mindfulness into your daily routine. Mindful eating. Engage all your senses as you eat. Notice the colors, aromas, textures, and flavors of your food. Eat slowly and without distractions. This practice can enhance your appreciation for simple pleasures and reduce overeating. Loving kindness meditation. Cultivate feelings of kindness and compassion towards yourself and others. This practice can foster a sense of connection and reduce feelings of isolation, which can be heightened during times of uncertainty. Reducing stress and anxiety. By focusing on the here and now. By consistently practicing mindfulness, we can train our minds to be more present and less reactive to the anxieties of uncertainty. Breaking the worry cycle. Mindfulness helps us break free from the cycle of worry by interrupting the flow of anxious thoughts and bringing us back to the present moment. Developing a non-reactive stance. By observing our thoughts and feelings without judgment, we create space between ourselves and our reactions. This allows us to respond to situations more thoughtfully, rather than reacting impulsively. Finding calm in the present moment. Even in the midst of challenging circumstances, there are often moments of peace and tranquility to be found in the present moment. Mindfulness helps us access these moments and cultivate a sense of inner calm. Integrating mindfulness into your daily life can significantly enhance your ability to manage uncertainty. By cultivating presence, you can reduce stress and anxiety, improve focus and clarity, and navigate the unknown with greater ease and resilience. The following chapters will explore further how mindfulness can help us find stability amidst change, and integrate it into our lives for long-term well-being. Chapter 11. Finding stability in the midst of change. Change is the only constant, yet we often resist it, clinging to a desire for stability and predictability. In an uncertain world, this resistance can lead to significant stress and suffering. Mindfulness offers a powerful way to find stability not by resisting change, but by cultivating an inner sense of groundedness that allows us to navigate change with greater ease and resilience. This chapter explores how mindfulness can help us find stability in the midst of change, cultivate acceptance and non-judgment towards uncertain situations, and discover peace and tranquility even in chaotic times. Using mindfulness to develop inner stability. Mindfulness practices cultivate a sense of inner stability by training us to connect with our present moment experience. This connection provides an anchor amidst the ever-shifting external world. Connecting with the body. Practices like body scan meditations and mindful movement help us become more aware of our physical sensations. This connection to the body provides a sense of grounding and presence, even when our thoughts are racing or our emotions are turbulent. Anchoring in the breath. The breath is a constant companion, always available as an anchor to the present moment. Focusing on the breath provides a sense of stability and calm, especially during times of stress or uncertainty. Cultivating sensory awareness, paying attention to our senses, sight, sound, smell, taste, and touch, brings us into direct contact with the present moment. This sensory awareness can be a powerful antidote to worry and rumination. Cultivating acceptance and non-judgment. A key aspect of finding stability in change is cultivating acceptance and non-judgment towards uncertain situations. Accepting the impermanent nature of things. Mindfulness helps us recognize that everything is constantly changing. This understanding allows us to let go of the illusion of permanence and embrace the flow of life. Observing thoughts and feelings without judgment. Instead of getting caught up in our thoughts and emotions, mindfulness teaches us to observe them with curiosity and non-judgment. This creates space between us and our experience, allowing us to respond more skillfully. Letting go of resistance. Resisting change only creates more suffering. Mindfulness encourages us to accept what is, even if it's uncomfortable or challenging. This acceptance doesn't mean giving up or becoming passive, but rather acknowledging reality as it is. Finding peace and tranquility in the midst of chaos. Even in the most chaotic and uncertain times, it's possible to find moments of peace and tranquility through mindfulness. Finding moments of stillness. Even brief moments of mindfulness throughout the day can provide a sense of respite from the chaos. Take a few deep breaths, focus on your senses, or simply observe your thoughts without judgment. Developing an inner sanctuary. Through regular mindfulness practice, we can cultivate an inner sanctuary of peace and calm that we can access at any time, regardless of external circumstances. Embracing the present moment as it is. Mindfulness teaches us to find beauty and appreciation in the present moment, even when it's not perfect. This allows us to find joy and contentment even in the midst of uncertainty. By using mindfulness to develop inner stability, cultivate acceptance and non-judgment, and find peace in the midst of chaos, we can navigate change with greater ease and resilience. We learn to ride the waves of uncertainty without being swept away by them. This inner strength, cultivated through mindfulness, empowers us to truly live with uncertainty, as we will explore in the final chapter. Chapter 12. Living with Uncertainty. This book has explored the multifaceted nature of uncertainty, the challenges it presents, and the strategies we can use to navigate it effectively. This final chapter focuses on integrating mindfulness into daily life to enhance resilience and adaptability, developing a long-term perspective on uncertainty and change, and ultimately, embracing uncertainty as a natural and even valuable part of the human experience. Integrating mindfulness into daily life. Mindfulness isn't just a practice to be confined to formal meditation sessions. It's a way of being that can be integrated into every aspect of our lives. Here are some ways to bring mindfulness into your daily routine. Start small. Begin with short, regular practices, such as a few minutes of breath awareness in the morning or a mindful walk during your lunch break. Gradually increase the duration and frequency of your practice as you become more comfortable. Find your anchor. Identify activities or moments in your day that can serve as anchors for mindfulness. This could be brushing your teeth, drinking your morning coffee, or waiting in line. Use these moments as opportunities to bring your attention to the present moment. Mindful transitions. Pay attention to the transitions between activities. As you move from one task to another, take a moment to pause, breathe, and notice your surroundings. This can help you stay grounded and present throughout the day. Mindful communication. When interacting with others, practice active listening. Pay attention to what they are saying, both verbally and non-verbally, without judgment or interruption. Mindful technology use. Be mindful of how you use technology. Set boundaries for screen time and be present when engaging with digital devices. Avoid mindless scrolling or multitasking. Developing a long-term perspective. Uncertainty is not a temporary condition. It's an inherent part of the human experience. Developing a long-term perspective can help us navigate uncertainty with greater equanimity. Focus on values, not outcomes. Instead of fixating on specific outcomes, focus on living in accordance with your values. This provides a sense of direction and purpose, even when the future is uncertain. Embrace the journey, not just the destination. Life is a journey, not a destination. Focus on the present moment and the process of growth and learning, rather than solely on achieving specific goals. See the bigger picture. When faced with challenges or setbacks, try to see the bigger picture. How does this situation fit into the overall context of your life? This can help you gain perspective and reduce stress. Embracing uncertainty as a natural part of the human experience. Ultimately, living with uncertainty means embracing it as a natural and even valuable part of the human experience. Accepting the unknowable. There are many things in life that we simply cannot know or control. Accepting this reality can free us from the constant struggle for certainty. Finding beauty in the unexpected. Uncertainty can lead to unexpected opportunities, discoveries, and experiences. By embracing uncertainty, we open ourselves to the richness and unpredictability of life. Living a more authentic life. When we let go of the need for control and embrace uncertainty, we can live a more authentic and fulfilling life, aligned with our true values and passions. By integrating mindfulness into our daily lives, developing a long-term perspective, and embracing uncertainty as a natural part of the human experience, we can transform our relationship with the unknown. We can move from a place of fear and resistance to a place of acceptance, curiosity, and even appreciation. This shift allows us to not just survive in an uncertain world, but to truly thrive. This concludes our exploration of the art of uncertainty. The conclusion will provide a final reflection and a call to action, encouraging readers to put these principles into practice and embrace the journey of navigating the unknown with confidence and resilience. Conclusion. Thriving in an uncertain world. A call to action. We have journeyed through the landscape of uncertainty, exploring its nature, its impact on our minds and emotions, and the strategies we can employ to navigate it effectively. This book has not been about eliminating uncertainty, an impossible task, but rather about transforming our relationship with it. It's about learning to not just survive but thrive in a world defined by change and unpredictability. We began by understanding the different forms of uncertainty and the often uncomfortable feelings they evoke. We examined the illusion of control, recognizing the limitations of our influence and the importance of accepting what we cannot change. We then shifted our focus to the positive aspects of uncertainty, acknowledging its potential for growth, learning, and innovation. The core of this book has been about building resilience and adaptability. We explored the power of a growth mindset, the importance of cognitive flexibility, and the necessity of developing emotional resilience. We delved into the art of decision-making in uncertain times, learning to make choices with incomplete information, embracing imperfect decisions, and adapting those decisions as circumstances change. Finally, we explored the profound role of mindfulness in navigating uncertainty. We discovered how cultivating presence can reduce stress and anxiety, how mindfulness can provide a sense of inner stability amidst change, and how integrating mindfulness into our daily lives can enhance our overall resilience and adaptability. Now, it's time to put these principles into action. This book is not meant to be passively read and then forgotten. It's a call to action, an invitation to actively engage with the principles and practices we've explored. Here are some key takeaways to carry forward. Embrace the unknown. See uncertainty not as a threat, but as an opportunity for growth and discovery. Focus on what you can control. Direct your energy towards your actions, thoughts, and responses, rather than trying to control external events. Cultivate a growth mindset. Believe in your ability to learn and adapt, and see challenges as opportunities for growth. Practice cognitive flexibility. Be open to different perspectives, challenge your assumptions, and think outside the box. Build emotional resilience. Develop self-awareness, manage your emotions effectively, and practice self-compassion. Make informed decisions. Gather information, trust your intuition, and balance analysis with action. Adapt as needed. Monitor the environment, develop contingency plans, and embrace flexibility. Practice mindfulness. Cultivate presence, acceptance, and non-judgment. Living with uncertainty is not always easy. There will be times when you feel overwhelmed, anxious, or uncertain about the future. But by consistently practicing the principles outlined in this book, you can develop the inner strength and resilience needed to navigate these challenges with greater confidence and ease. Remember, the art of uncertainty is not about achieving a state of constant comfort or control. It's about developing the capacity to navigate the unknown with grace, courage, and a sense of curiosity. It's about embracing the journey, with all its twists and turns, and finding meaning and purpose even in the midst of uncertainty. So, take what you have learned, embrace the challenges that lie ahead, and begin to truly thrive in an uncertain world. The journey awaits.